the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah, yeah, welcome to the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah, welcome to the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah,
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here, Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We're here with co-hosts Brittany Wise and Carol Harper Poe and expert practitioner Carla A. Murphy. How you guys doing today?
All right, all right, all right.
Doing well.
Man, getting while the getting is getting.
There
Not
you
good,
go.
but getting while the getting is getting. Man,
Getting,
it's
getting.
pretty outside.
Yeah.
It's nice and cloudy. It's not too hot, not too cold. Looks like beautiful weather, right?
Absolutely.
Man,
The wind's blowing out, though.
the wind's blowing out, that's for sure. Miss Carla, how it is out there in Buffalo, New York? How does the weather look?
It's a beautiful, sunshiny day.
Oh.
Really? I was thinking that I'd hear you
Yes,
say
yes.
that it's snowing or something. You know, you snowed under.
Not yet.
So you're not
It is
snowed
only
under.
about 44 degrees.
So you're not snowed under.
Not yet.
Miss Brittany, I think you said that you're in Miami. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
So-
Yes, sir.
So tell me about the
Living
weather.
it up. 82 degrees. It was raining earlier, but now it's about 82 degrees. I'm going to the beach after this. Yes, sir.
All right now.
Oh man, I love it, love it. Well, we're gonna move on to our first topic here. Great beginnings, the journey. Carla Murphy, tell us about your road to entrepreneurship, Miss Carla.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. James. I actually began this journey around the age of 18 years old. I started off as a babysitter, and then eventually I decided to change careers from the telecommunications field, and I started a family and group family daycare where I was the owner and provider. And then I later became a foster parent so that I was certified to provide extra care to children and within the community. Next, it led me to the road of becoming a school-age child care director and coordinator for after-school programs and summer camps. The next part of the journey led me to becoming an investigator of school-age child care daycare programs, and I learned to become a specialist in interviewing children. I became a forensic interviewer, a trainer, and sexual abuse was my area of expertise, where I focused on interviewing children. But I would say that what's most nearest and dearest to my area of service within my community would include youth ministry. And it's exciting because my pastor really entrusted me to serve the church, the region, the state for over 25 years within the religious community, and it ties into a lot of the business work that I've done. I've also had the opportunity to follow in the footsteps of my family, where my mother was an educator, my father, brother, and I all worked in law enforcement, and I had a cousin who practices business law. So building, teaching, serving, protecting, it's all in my blood. And for this reason, people describe me as being uniquely different. So I work hard to what I call the acronym GEL, I work hard to gel with others to grow, earn, and learn together.
I love it. I love it. And so, what is your greatest inspiration?
Well, my greatest inspiration is being self-motivated. Also having my family and my businesses, my church family, my friends and community. I love being around people who are passionate about nurturing the next generation and traveling, which it really reinforces the fact that the world has so much that we can learn from. So people doing acts of kindness, especially for people who can't do anything tangible for anyone else. I love it. I love it. I love it. And people who don't let their age define what they can and cannot do. So people who are able to make their passion, their profession, it's my inspiration and it drives me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So our next topic is creating the next generation of youngpreneurs. Miss Carla, what is a youngpreneur?
Well, Dr. James, this is the most exciting part of my journey. A youngpreneur is typically a child, a teen, or a young adult, someone who's under the age of 21. So a school-age child beginning at around the age of 5 or so. There are also young people who want to follow their passion, tap into their talents, unlock their creativity, inspire and empower one another, and recognize how their businesses are unique. So they typically tend to be multi-talented risk takers who creatively persevere, and that's what makes them uniquely different.
I love that name actually that you chose, youngpreneur. I mean that's exactly what it sounds like, right? What age bracket is a youngpreneur?
I would say around ages 5 to 21, and perhaps 4 years old if they're a little bit more advanced.
So I'm assuming, I guess any one of them from 4 to, let's say, maybe 17, the parents are involved, and then I'm assuming 18 and over is pretty much them.
It depends, but yes, definitely up to the age of 17, and sometimes 18-year-olds need guidance. But to be honest with you, we all know that even once we reach the ages between the ages of 18 and 21, we still need a little guidance, even if we don't want it. So it's about partnership with parents and families as well.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so what advice would you give to a youth or young adult who wants to become an entrepreneur?
Advice for one who wants to become an entrepreneur. Well, they have to know their natural strengths and also maximizing on their soft skills, such as being flexible, adaptable, and persuasive. They should always strive to make things better. And so they should work really hard to grow, earn, and learn together with people.
Oh, man, that is awesome. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. So our next topic, Miss Brittany, I think you have something for me, right?
Absolutely. So even though I'm not in Texas at the moment, I've heard about a brain-eating amoeba in the state, in the water. So what exactly, people are kind of afraid of, different when they hear about something that's in the drinking water. People get afraid. So can you break down what is this brain-eating parasite that they keep talking about?
So I heard this on the news myself, and then I did a little research. But from what I understand, it's very rare that it hurts, but it has hurt. It has killed a couple of kids within a few year period. From what I understand, it's something where it comes out of the drinking water or the water you actually take a bath in. And so I think it may have killed one adult, but again, it's rare. So I think it's 2 or 3 times in 5 to 7 years, but it is a possible thing. So it's one of those deals where if you take a shower or you water gets in your eyes or your nose, you open yourself up for this brain-eating parasite.
So how safe? How do you be safe with such a parasite?
Well, from what I understand, drinking it is 100% okay. You know how you can get in a pool or something and you dip your head in water and that could get in your nose, and you know how it gets in your nose. Before you know it, you can tell you kind of suck some in. Well, that's what
Okay.
you're supposed to not do. Taking a bath, obviously, it could get through your eyes, it could get through your nose, so on and so forth. And so it's one of those deals where, for about 2 or 3 weeks, when I was washing my face, I was using some bought water. So, and lately I finally changed back to using regular water. But obviously, if long as it doesn't get in your nose and you kind of suck it into your brain, then it's A-OK.
So should we get water softener machines for our homes then?
Man, it sure sounds like it. I mean, it's one of those deals where it's not going to affect most of us, but that one person that it could affect could make it something tragic. You know, it could just make it something crazy and just make you just, my God, what's going on, right?
Wow. Mm.
Man, that's
Okay.
crazy. So, okay, so
Thanks for sharing, Dr. James.
absolutely, yes, absolutely. I wanted the listeners, viewers, to know kind of what's going on, especially out here in Texas. I'm not sure if this is going on any other place. Ms. Carla, have you heard of anything like this where you live?
I have not heard of it. I'm not familiar with it, actually. So this was interesting for me.
Okay. Well, our next topic, we're going to get into discussion on new audiobooks from Miss Carol. Miss Carol, what's the name of it? Give us some information about it and some social media aspects of it.
Well,
In elaboration, give us a full detail.
yes, sir. Hello, everyone. It is me again. New audiobooks. Here, I bet y'all say, here she go again. She got it going on. But I'm going to sing it till I can't sing it anymore. This is how you brand your business. This is how you get your information out. So 2 days ago, I got an audiobook that came released, The Life of a Damaged Person. This was my first book that was released. Back in 2000, I think 16 maybe it was published, but now we have audio. You could go on audible.com, and you can also hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. I have a new website now, Carol D. Harper Boutique, like boutique, BOUTIQUE.com is my new website, but my other website is still running. In 30 days, it will be down, caroldharper.com. So this is a new audio book. You can hear it. I don't remember who the narrator is, but it's narrated. It's a full poetry. It's about life being damaged. We're all damaged in any kind of way, no matter your age, religion, or female. This book, it hits a lot of problems like heartaches, relationship problems, trials, tribulation, and even struggling with a divorce. Okay, and it goes about being like transferred into a butterfly, like we all go through a transition, a cocoon. And out of that, it comes a beautiful butterfly. So definitely go hit this up. The audio, if you need the promo code, we're running a promo code as always. And don't forget about Justice for All Equality. That is all that I have for you on that social media, YouTube. Check us out on YouTube blogs. I'm always updating a lot of information on YouTube, a lot of videos. You're going to see a lot of more videos and live. I'm working on going live, so y'all just keep me up in your prayers. I'm trying to do a lot of just spur of the moment, pop-up, as they say, those pop-up shops. I'm going to be doing a lot of pop-up shops like live, okay?
I love it. So for anyone that wants to call you on your phone personally to give them that information, could you give them your number?
Sure. All right. One of my numbers are 469-643-6498. And the second number is 469-778-8682. And don't forget about my email, Carol D. Harper, Carol's Publishing Company, 17@gmail.com, or my last name, POWECAROL 311@gmail.com.
Awesome. How sweet it is.
Yes, indeed.
How sweet it is. So our next topic here, we're going to talk about strengths and weaknesses I think, Miss Carol, that you have something for Miss Brittany, right?
Sure, Miss Brittany. Hello, Miss Brittany. Don't have too much fun out there in Miami, okay?
Hey, what, too much fun? What's that mean?
I know, girl. Have enough sun for me, okay? Okay.
I got you.
Okay. Tell me how to identify your strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, so when we talk about strengths and weaknesses, we're specifically talking about what you're good at and what you're not so good at in the realm of mostly business.
Mm-hmm.
But you can apply your strengths and weaknesses to almost anything. Parenting, how well you drive, how well you read. But in this text, we're talking about how your strengths and weaknesses in business.
Okay.
So some of the ways that you identify your strengths and weaknesses, you can do a SWOT analysis. It's SWOT.
Mm-hmm.
SWOT is an acronym. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. A lot of businesses recommend you do SWOT analysis, excuse me, to determine where your business is and where your struggles may be and where your opportunities may be, in addition to, who your competition might be. So it's good to do a SWOT analysis anyway, but it's especially important to identify your strengths and weaknesses so you know who you need to collaborate with as far as your team goes.
Okay.
You can also take a personality test. We've talked about it on the show before. It's different types of tests. There are a lot of them, but they'll kind of help shine a light on your personality type and where you kind of fit the mold. Like, I think I'm more of an analytical person. I'm the blueprint kind of person. I determine what we're going to do. Strategic planning is my specialty. Dr. James is more of a, he's a go-getter. He's the leader type where he just go get it done by any means necessary. And just having understanding those personality types will help you figure out where you fit in an organization or in your own organization. You can reflect on what you're good at. So some of the things I tell my clients to do is go back to junior high, high school, elementary school. Go back to when you were a child. What were you good at just naturally? And that will kind of shape your strengths and weaknesses. What did your parents try to discipline out of you? That's the weaknesses part, right?
Mm-hmm.
The things that you just could keep your mouth shut. Okay, that's not really a weakness if you know how to speak.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
just determining, okay, what was it as a child that you liked doing or was good at or were not so good at? Try new things. That's a big one. A lot of times people get too comfortable and complacent in their comfort zone, and they don't want to try anything new. They don't want to go out of their box.
Absolutely.
And be exposed to new things. And that exposure plants new seeds, and it puts you in an environment that is like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could pray like that. I didn't know I could talk to somebody if push comes to shove, and you only got $2 in your pocket. Can you really make the $2 $20? You won't know it until you really face with adversity and you really force yourself to grow. So trying new things is a big one as far as strengths and weaknesses go.
All right. So I'm going to try to hit on that, how to identify your strength and weakness. How I identify my strengths. If my mind is made up on the situation, I could go. But if my mind is not made up, I don't have an interest in it. It's not all about having an interest in it, but my strengths will let me know if it's something that I'm very passionate about. I'm in 100%. Mm-hmm. I'm with you 100%. But in my weaknesses it's like I'm hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself at times when I feel like I'm not stepping up to the plate or I'm not doing this. Sometimes I could be too hard on myself, but that's part of life and it's part of growing in life. But a lot of situations come to build you up and make you strong because a lot of people don't want to deal with real life issues. We have to deal with real life issues, and you got to know when to fold and when not to fold. So it's balance. You got to keep your life. I got to go here, natural and spiritual. We walk in this natural world, and we got a spiritual world, and we got to keep these balances, and we have to deal with real life issues.
I love it. I love it. Miss Carla, how would you identify your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I identify my strengths and weaknesses. With my strengths, I believe that it's in planning and organization. I am also a professional event planner, and so it involves a lot of detail, but I'm also very good at looking at the whole picture and focusing on small details. And sometimes when it comes to, I would say, weaknesses, I think that it may be giving too many chances. I know that you have to invest in people and trusting and trying and hoping and believing, but sometimes that can work to your disadvantage. Sometimes it's really good and it's necessary. However, I think that there has to be a balance, like Ms. Carroll said.
I love it. I love it. How sweet it is. Well, before we go on to the next question, which one do you focus on, we're going to take a commercial break. And we'll talk about that next.
Excuse me.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned to the Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We're definitely looking forward to helping all you business owners out there, all you entrepreneurs get to another level. We help people get more customers, more leads, more profits, all that good stuff. We built a platform called MBC's List. You've heard of Angie's List. You've heard of Craig's List. Well, this is a 4-tier platform that has never been done before on the planet. Not only is it an online business directory, it is a classified to post your business and to post everything about your business. And you can also sell items. You can put your services in the classified, and it will show up on the home page without anyone going to your website. They click on it, it'll go to your website. You'll be able to post your picture or your logo, your website, your phone number, so on and so forth. But this platform is also a networking platform. It is also a leveraged residual income platform to make more money. Awesome, right? I know you guys love that part of it. But it gives you other opportunities. I'm sure that you guys, you business owners, entrepreneurs, go get flyers and business cards and all that good stuff. Well, just by becoming a member of MBC's List, you will get 60% off a print from now on. Let me be clear about it. We have a nationwide account with Office Depot, and through me, MBC Global Enterprises, you will get 60% off of your business cards and prints from the time you join and the time. We are absolutely excited to help you guys get aboard. We have so many benefits that I haven't even brought up yet. So many benefits of being a member of MBC's List. We cannot wait to talk to you about this. Anyone ready? You can either email us at info@servicesatmbc.com. That's info@services@ spelled out atmbc.com, and let us know that you're interested. Or you can call us at 469-765-5327. Again, that's 469-765-5327. Operators will be waiting.
Let me ask you a question. How many of you were told when you were younger that the recipe for success was to go to school, get good grades so you can get a good paying job with benefits and a solid 401k? Do this for 40 years, then you are set. The company will take care of you for the remainder of your life. How many people do you know that this plan has worked for? I personally do not know that many. However, I have good news for you. Your dreams and desires to have a good, prosperous, and a life filled with abundance is still real and possible. You just need the right recipe. Let me help you learn something new this year. Let us be epic. For more information, give Andrew McDonald a call at 647-888-0209. I'm looking forward to winning with you all.
Okay, Andrew, can you hear me? Andrew,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Andrew. Miss Brittany, are you here still?
Yes, sir.
Miss Carla, are you here?
I'm here.
All right, everybody stay tuned.
I got mine.
All right, all right, all right. Love that song. Love that music. We're back. Arlington, Texas. Globe Life Park. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We are getting back to that question before we left. Which one do you focus on? Miss Carol?
Miss Brittany, which one do you focus on, girlfriend?
As far as so as far as strengths and weaknesses go, you want to make sure that you have a balance of both. So
Okay.
you want to know your strengths as much as you want to know your weaknesses. The reason being is, typically we can rattle our strengths off pretty quickly. We tend to be pretty good at what we know about ourselves that we're good at.
Okay.
And we operate in that strength typically. But when something is weak, we tend to want to avoid it. It's like when you hurt your ankle, and as a physical therapist, I tell you to put weight on your ankle. Well, naturally, you want to take the weight off the ankle because it's the weaker ankle.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how we are naturally. So, as human beings, we want to focus mostly on the strengths and not even really and turn a blind eye to the weaknesses, if you will. But those weaknesses are going to help you pinpoint how to strategize your business. So, in terms of knowing your weaknesses, now you can pinpoint the right people and play chess, if you will. So the game of chess is a game that I enjoy, and it's all about positioning all of the pieces to protect the queen.
Okay.
So the queen is the strongest piece. So when you protect the queen, you can position all the pieces move in different ways. But when you position them right, you have the most protection on the board. And that's the same thing in our lives. If we focus on both the strengths and the weaknesses, the queen being the strongest piece, but we also have weaker pieces such as a pawn. But a pawn you can win a game with a pawn if you position it right. Absolutely. So if you have the right people in place that help uplift and strengthen you by their strength might be your weakness.
That's it.
Now you two balance each other out.
Absolutely. I
And
agree.
it's more powerful that way.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Which one do I focus on? Listen to my gun smoke. So,
There you go, Miss Brittany. Gunsmoke. Here we go, girl.
so
Let's go.
The bottom line is I focus on both in different ways. Strengths is what you do to, you have to push those because that's what's helping you make your money or help you grow or kind of whatever you're doing. Your weaknesses you need to focus on to improve.
Okay.
You need to focus on your weaknesses to improve what you're not good at. You can't ignore it and say, well, I'm just going to focus on my strengths.
Say that.
Then that is okay. That is a semi-professional. Just like there's an amateur, there's a semi-pro, then there's a professional.
Absolutely.
So if you do one, which is most people want to focus on their strengths, then you're a semi-professional.
Say that.
And that's okay. But if you want to be a professional,
come on,
you need to focus also on your weaknesses and make them better for what you want to do.
Absolutely. I agree, Doc.
All right. Now, we have a guest. We're excited to have him here. This is his name is Andrew McDonald. How are you doing, Mr. Andrew?
I'm doing super fantastic, Dr. James. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. We would like to actually say a great hello because I know you're in another country, right? You're in Canada.
Yes, sir. I'm in Canada. Beautiful
Everybody say
Canada.
hey to Mr. Andrew.
Canada in the house. Look at it laughing.
I love it, Andrew. So tell us just a little bit about yourself first before we get into any questions. Tell us about where you're from, and of course where you are, and what do you do on a daily.
Okay, glad to do so, sir. So, yeah, my name is Andrew McDonald here in Ontario, Canada. We're not too far from Buffalo, New York. By profession, I am a electrical engineer, also a financial broker. I'm always looking for an opportunity. What else do you wanted to know, sir?
Hey, Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Canada, I've been background is that of a Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica, came to Canada when I was 16 years old, with my parents, my mom, dad, and sisters, and we have been here since.
Man, that's awesome. That is so awesome, and we are glad to have you here, and we are looking forward to hopefully have you here on a regular basis. So the first topic here is building wealth using your leg, and LEG stands for Learn, Earn, and Grow. What is LEG, and how does it work?
All right, so thank you for the opportunity. First, I just want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of your show and to share on your platform. I am deeply honored to be here, sir, and I hope that the information that I share today will provide some wealth, clarity, and add value to everyone listening today. So before I share what LEG is, it's important that I provide some context and how the idea came about. So I'm an advocate for education and knowledge. And for years, I have questioned our current model to decipher how it correlates with wealth accumulation. So our current model states that you got to go to school, get a good job with benefits and a 401k, work there for 40 years, and then retire well. And in my opinion, this model is outdated and it doesn't work. And what this model doesn't tell us is that once you go to school and you get out, to get a job, you got to compete with 3,000, 4,000 people vying for the same role. And it's not as easy to find a job as the make it seems. I give a perfect example. My sister, Nadia, she graduated from school 8 years ago as a master as an HR professional. And she has not worked in that field ever since she graduated. She currently works at a call center. Imagine, master's degree, working at a call center. And I know many people in the same predicament. So evidently, this model has not worked. For me as well, graduated, engineering degree. I've been working at this company for 20 years. My 20-year anniversary was March of this year. You know what I got for my 20-year anniversary? I remember the receptionist came down and says to me, "Andrew, congratulations." I'm like, what happened? And she said, "You're 20 years worth of service." I'm like, "Great, what do I get?" "Oh, you get a reserved parking spot." 20 years, a reserved parking spot. It doesn't even have a name on it, right? So evidently, this has not worked. It's not giving me the lifestyle that I require. So recall and asking God, like, no, I need something. I need something. How can I help myself? How can I help my sister? How can I help all the people who I know who is struggling? This model has not worked for. How can I get something working for them? And I remember listening to my Robert Kiyosaki, one of my mentors, and it's so important that when you pray, something always happens. And so tune into his program, and he was talking about the three types of education. And one was academic. So talk about school, reading, writing, arithmetic. Everyone needs to be a part of that. And the second type of education is professional. Like most of us on the call, we're professional. We have a desired skill set. We're a doctor, lawyer, accountant, and engineer, whatever we are. And the third type is financial. And these are occupied by the 2% in the world. So 98% of us are academics or professional, but only 2% is financial, and that's where the breakthrough is. So right away, the light came on. I said, "Andrew, that's where you need to be," because it's so interesting, but because wherever there's an observation, there's an obligation. So now I've observed a gap, and now I'm obligated to do something about it, right? So right their way, the idea came, and the concept of leg gave birth to the concept of leg. So what leg is learn, earn, grow. So I thought to myself, and what if there was a system, instead of going to school, you got to graduate before you can get a job. What if there was a system that you can learn, earn while you're learning, and grow your portfolio, grow yourself in the same process? What if there was a system? So lo and behold, I prayed, and my prayer was answered. I got introduced to this company called EPIC, and it stands for Exceptional People, Incredible Compensation. And what we do, we teach you a skill set to be professional, and while you're learning that skill set, you're being compensated. It's a win-win for both parties. So it's not a system where you actually pay now and pay later, like going to school, getting a whole app or getting a student loan. You got to pay now. When you graduate, get a job, you still got to pay, right? This is a plan, a program where you pay now and you're compensated now, right? So EPIC, what we do, we are a trading platform. We're an educational platform. So you learn the skill set that the banks have done for years, what hedge fund companies, what they're doing. We teach you how money works. We teach you how to take advantage of the foreign exchange market. And while you're being educated, you can participate and earn in the same process. So that's what LEG is all about, and it has been phenomenal. A lot of people who have aligned with me are really enjoying the journey, this ride. The concept is phenomenal, and everyone is winning.
So the question that I'd like to ask you is EPIC the vehicle that best defines this model?
Yes, sir. I think EPIC is the best vehicle right now that I'm aware of that defines this model.
I love it, and I heard only but great things about EPIC. I heard that it was a great company, and I heard that you can make a lot of money doing it. So I think it's huge. It's awesome. So our next topic is we want to talk about success habits, and we're going to talk about that next.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network, broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in.
Let me ask you a question. How many of you were told when you were younger that the recipe for success was to go to school, get good grades so you can get a good paying job with benefits and a solid 401k? Do this for 40 years, then you are set. The company will take care of you for the remainder of your life. How many people do you know that this plan has worked for? I personally do not know that many. However, I have good news for you. Your dreams and desires to have a good, prosperous, and a life filled with abundance is still real and possible. You just need the right recipe. Let me help you learn something new this year. Let us be epic. For more information, give Andrew McDonald a call at 647-888-0209. I'm looking forward to winning with you all.
Blurred vision over sway. head. All the what ifs, what will they think? What do they think now? Coming back to haunt me. All the things I'm afraid of are coming back to haunt me. Until I overcome this, all the things I'm afraid of are coming back to haunt me. If I'm just average, then they can't hurt me. Truth is different, my kind. Cover my personality, 'cause my mind distorts reality. Coming back to haunt me. All the things I'm afraid of are coming back to haunt me. Until I overcome this, all the things I'm afraid of are coming back to haunt me. Trying to take control. All the while I'm so turbulent in my head. Try not to let go. All defenses up, I'm trying to just calm down. Until I overcome this, all the things I'm afraid of are coming back to haunt me. Oh, coming back to haunt me. All the things I'm afraid of are coming back to haunt me. Until I overcome this, all the things I'm afraid of are coming back to haunt me.
For anyone that didn't know, that's my daughter, Garcia Parra, Haunt Me. I just had to play it. I love it. We back. We back with Mr. Andrew McDonald here on Dr.
Yes,
James
sir.
McConnell's The Small Business Network. We're getting into success habits. Andrew, what are some success habits?
Okay, thank you, sir. So we know that success is different for different people, and but there are a few habits that are consistent with everyone who has gained some level of success in their lives. And I will just cover a few that have worked for me, that have worked for my mentors, people that I really look up to. And number one is to set goals. Well-defined goals, define exactly what you want, and just work towards achieving it. The Bible talks about the vision of people perish. So write down what is it that you really want, and just do whatever it takes to achieve those goals. And number two is to take responsibility for our lives, your life, right? How can I make things work? Regardless of our situation, we just got to do what we must do. No excuses. I learned that if it's to be, it's up to me. I can't depend on anyone else to make it happen. I need to take responsibility for my outcome, for my action, for my behavior, and the result that I achieve. Number 3, we got to be disciplined and be consistent. We got to do what we say we're going to do. If we say we're going to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do my meditation, I have to be consistent in doing that every day. Then it becomes habitual. So we got to be disciplined. We cannot not state and not do it. So we're lying to ourselves and we're cheating ourselves. So discipline is, I believe, is one of the major parts of a habit that we need to develop to be successful. And this one great for me is self-development. We got to work on ourselves. We don't know what we don't know. So we got to read the books. We got to watch the videos. Because the more we learn, the more we earn. So we got to work on ourselves. We have to stretch. We got to commit to ourselves to learn a new skill set, something new each day. And number 6, the last one I'll cover, is to take risk, right? If you don't buy the ticket, you cannot win the raffle, right? We got to risk going for the life we want or risk living for the one we don't want. We got to take a risk. Something new is presented to us. If it's good, take the risk, go for it. We have nothing to lose. Let's go for it. So those are 5 of the secret successful habits that I think we need to, if we garner these, I guarantee you that you will achieve a certain level of success in your life. These have worked for me because worked for a lot of people who have achieved success in their lives.
Well, I love that, actually. Those habits, I love it. I couldn't have said it better myself. Those are terrific habits. Miss Carla, you have anything to elaborate on those habits?
Well, I think that they are all very, very helpful. They're crucial to the success of an entrepreneur, business owner, and particularly being committed and doing what you say you're going to do. So thank you, Mr. Andrew McDonald, for those tips.
Awesome. How about you, Miss Carol? Do you have anything to say more on that? What are some success habits?
I think Mr. Andrew, he hit it right on the nail. I mean, when I was listening to him, all of those things that he said, that's very nice and very good to be success. So what are some successful habits? Like he said, you have to be disciplined. And I'm just going to add this in. You got to take the good with the bad. I mean, you got to learn how to take good criticism, bad criticism. And like I keep saying, it all has to be a balance, because success, people think success is all about having money. Success is living an honest life, a truthful life, and a peaceful life also. But within that success, you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. How about you, Dr. James?
I love it. I think that I really can't say any more. I want to go to the second question. Andrew, how does one develop success habits? How does one develop it?
Absolutely. I think we start with why. A why. You have to have a why. I saw that in the, I think someone spoke on that earlier on today, I believe. What hurts you? Why stand for what hurts you? And what was hurting me was the fact that I was part of a model that did not work for me. I didn't have the lifestyle that I needed. I was working hard, and all I got was a parking spot after 20 years. I didn't like that, so it hurted me. So I had to start, I had to learn something new. I have to train myself to do something that I've never done before, so I was able to have something that I've never had, right? So one of the things we need to develop, establish your why. Why do I need to achieve these levels? Why do I need to have $5,000 in my account? Why do I need to have my kids go to a private school? Why? And if the why is big enough, right, all the successes will come. You will be disciplined. You will show up. You will do whatever is necessary to achieve your level of success that you're looking for. So establish a why, work towards those why, read the books, watch the videos, take the risk, be disciplined, and you guarantee that you will have a success.
I love it. Miss Brittany, anything to elaborate on developing success habits?
Well, like Mr. Andrew was saying, you want to make sure that you have a why. You want to make sure you value your time and use it well. Just overall, I can't really say too much else. Everybody said everything.
Well, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. How sweet it is. How sweet it is. Well, I have something for the listeners and the viewers here. So, obviously, we always talk about Miss Carol books and me, NBC's list, and so on and so forth, and the shows. And now we're talking about Epic. Anyone that joins Epic, okay, listen to me closely. Anyone that joins Epic and follows through, we will give you a $200 gift card just for joining. Again, we will give you a $200 gift card just for joining. Okay, and all you have to do is text I join to 469-765-5327. Text I join to 469-765-5327. And we will get ready to send you that $200 gift card. And of course, have to collaborate that with Mr. Andrew. How does that sound, Mr. Andrew?
That sounds phenomenal, sir. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate that.
You got it. And this is the end of the show. We're glad everybody was here. You guys have a wonderful day, and God bless everyone.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Epic. Bye.
To this morning.